Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome back. We're getting a little bit of a delay because people were eating, but we are back for what I promised of Final Fantasy XIV episodes, Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers, episode 7. Today we have Rayn and Call, and today we are taking on the challenge of trying to complete all of the level 76 MSQ for Shadowbringers. And I don't think we're going to have a dungeon or anything like super big here, so hopefully we'll be able to, it's mainly just story and, a little traversal, maybe a little bit of exploring, taking in the sights depending on where we go. But outside of that, we're just, progressing. So I don't think it'll be too much of an issue. So, Rayn, as I said, Rayn is in call with us.
Yo. What's up?
And we are all set and ready to get this going. Quest pickup was in Slitherbow, so since I have a shit ton of Aetheryte tickets, I will foot the bill on this one, because I'm not paying. And let's see what the story holds for us now, because after that major, massive bombshell that was dropped on us at the end of the 75 quest, kind of curious where it's going to go from here.
Indeed.
Alright, so Y'shtola. Out of the wood. Though it pains me to leave, it is time I returned with you and the others to the Crystarium. But before we go, might I speak with you in private? I will await you in my chambers.
So we're gonna finally find out what the fuck's going on with us.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the hope.
Presumably.
Thank you for coming. I thought to keep my suspicions to myself, but after witnessing your victory at Raktika Falls, I fear they proved true, and so I must share them with you. From the first, when we met at Fort Gone, your aether has appeared tainted, suffused with an overabundance of light not unlike the Sin Eaters. When you defeated the Light Warden, I fear the light which poured forth from it was not negated by Heidelman's blessing, rather it was absorbed into your being. Oriange also suspects as much, though he is unwilling to share his thoughts on the matter. One thing is certain, with every warden you defeat, the danger to you grows greater. Greater perhaps than we can imagine. If you begin to feel anything strange, anything at all, pray inform me at once. You should hurry before the others begin to worry. Once I have sorted my things here, I will join you. So what exactly does that mean? Like is she worried that we're going to turn into a Light Warden because of the overabundance of light, or like we just...
That would be terrifying, let's be honest.
Oh, dude, wouldn't that be freaking amazing? Like, that would be horrifying and amazing all at the same time if you have an instance where the over-absorbed aether goes abundant and you have to take control of a Scion to take on your character.
That'd be intense.
That'd be interesting.
Hold on a second, though. Are you calling me? No, thank you. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
You asked if I wanted ice cream.
Alright, so let's see what we have. We heard.
Which is weird, because I love ice cream, but just not right now. Busy.
We took one last patrol of the perimeter. All things considered, Slitherbow remains relatively unscathed. Thanks to the antidote, all those who were poisoned will make a full recovery. And with the night sky returned, the prayers have at last been answered. Sorry to keep you all waiting. Shall we be off then? Art thou certain this is best? I'll not deny there is a part of me that wishes I could stay. For 2 years I have lived with the blessed, learned their culture, even going so far as to adopt Master Matoya's name as my own. I but pray I did honor to it. Now is not the time for doubt or hesitation. Come, we must return to the Crystarium.
Here's me going with my theories again. I suspect we're going to Ahm Arang next.
Alright, well, just for the sake of time, it looks like we get to speak with the Stola, but I'm going to assume it's at the Crystarium, so we're just going to teleport there.
Yep.
By the way, hashtag muffin love.
That's the thing now.
For the love of muffins!
That's the thing now. Hashtag muffin love.
Oh, Father Satan.
If I ever catch his streams, I'm going to do it. I will hit him with hashtag muffin love.
Alright. Let's see, what do we got going on here? All things considered, it's hardly surprising that Alphino and Alizé have yet to arrive, but where is the Exarch? My friends, 'tis good to see you all again. Alphino, it has been too long. I assume your presence here means you've brought word of the warden hiding in Raktika? Found and slain, you say? I should have known. Eulmor has but recently dispatched soldiers to all corners of Norvant to defend them. I'm glad to see their efforts weren't wasted on the Great Wood. Or, were wasted. Speaking of Eulmor, what came of your meeting with Walthery? Yes, about that. It proved to be... Exarch, you mustn't push yourself. Your time away from the tower has clearly taken its toll. No doubt you're all tired as well, having traveled so far. Why don't we all take a much-needed rest before we discuss our findings? I thought to propose the very same. After your clash with the warden, you deserve a chance to recuperate. It's settled then. We reconvene after everyone has had time to settle in. Speak with the manager of the Suites of the Pendants. We're gonna have another hot with Oddbutt.
Seems so.
He always seems to like freaking find us in here, so.
Yep.
Welcome back, sir. Returned from a lengthy excursion, I take it. Well, your room has been made ready if you care to retire. Very good. I pray you sound asleep in pleasant dreams. I got enough freaking food, so I'm going after the freaking silver piece.
I'm grabbing all of this food.
Freaking Darian gave me another 999 flatbreads. So I have over 1,000 flatbreads in my inventory.
Wow, that's a lot of flatbread.
Yep.
Sure enough.
So there's a light sealed inside you, is there? You wouldn't know it from the outside. You look the same as you ever did to me.
And what if that changes? What if it overwhelms me?
I'm damned if I know. It's not as if I can lift a finger to help myself, much less you. Have faith in your friends, look out for them, and hope that they look out for you. What more can you do? Think he was telling the truth? Emmett, I mean. All that rot about Hydelin being no different from any other primal. If so, what would that make her blessing? Are we just slaves to her will?
That's an interesting concept.
Let's pay him no mind. Lies that Ascians.
I mean, that would make sense. That would make sense why we aren't being able to be tempered by anyone else.
Heroes.
Yeah.
All a matter of perspective, they'd have you believe. One man's fond memory, another's waking nightmare. Me, I'm no saint or savior. Just another sinner. And I know damn well I'm in no position to judge. When I saw the people of Slitherbow look up at the sky and celebrate the return of the dark, it felt good. It was moments like that that I cherished. Much more than the thrill of adventure.
Meanwhile,
the quiet after the storm. I always took comfort in that.
God.
It's more heart to heart. We've gotten more heart to heart with him here than we ever did when he was there trying to, like, draw out the primals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just now getting to the meanwhile. Another castrum, are we?
Feel free to let me know if you feel like any kind of nostalgia for that aesthetic.
What did the scouts have to report?
Several skirmishes, but nothing of consequence. The fighting seems to have taken its toll on both sides.
A stalemate, then. The Alliance has done well to hold the line for so long. But then they did have Ishgardian reinforcements.
Nevertheless, neither side has any appetite for a prolonged engagement. 'Tis but the calm before the storm. And should the Empire choose to bring their full might to bear?
To say nothing of Black Rose. All the more reason to hasten our search. How close are your people to identifying our next target?
Close enough, though I have received some troubling intelligence. One of our generals posted to the Alamegan front recently disappeared without trace from the battlefield at Gimlet Dark.
Odd. Dead seems unlikely. Fled less so. I wonder where he'll turn up.
Were I a betting man, I would say here, in the capital. Not that any deserter who valued his life would contemplate returning, but a corpse might, given the right encouragement.
Hmm.
In the manner of his royal remains, you mean?
Elidibus plainly has no need of a new host, so the question becomes who? It may be that another player has joined the game.
Oh.
Something to consider at any rate. But come, there's work to be done.
These bloodless games make for poor sport. Mayhap if father... Nay. I am a stranger to him in this body. Besides, there is but one hand that can make me whole again.
Interesting.
My friend. I know not what entertainment occupies you, but if you will not clear the way for me, then I shall seize the reins of fate once more.
Xenos.
Mm-hmm.
He took over the body of a soldier. So Xenos can actually... Xenos has the ability to just, like, willingly leave bodies and enter bodies.
That, or it was pushed out and left in his center.
Well, the last we saw him, he was still in full control of Xenos' body.
Mhm.
Uh-oh. The Crystarium! The Crystarium's under attack! Journey to the past. Oh, music's changed.
Yep.
Go ninja, go ninja, go. When it rains. As I suspected that you might be awake, I could scarce imagine you sleeping through such a commotion. An entire host of sin eaters appears to be advancing upon the Crystarium. Emergency measures are being taken as we speak. Rest assured, however, that we are safe so long as we remain under the Crystal Tower's aegis. You may return to your quarters if you wish. Yes, I thought you might feel that way, and I cannot say that your assistance would be anything less than welcome. I must remain here to disseminate information to the other residents, but you are under no such obligation, and thus free to aid any of the townsfolk who may be in distress. The Excedra tends to become a point of congregation in times of need, crowded with those seeking solace and companionship. You would have my personal gratitude if you could offer succor to those there. I kind of like this tense music.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember if it's been used.
It doesn't sound familiar to me.
No.
Alright, let's see what we got going here.
Uh-huh.
Few townsfolk are about, you spy none who appear to be in distress. Strife. Alizé! I've only just returned from Ahm Arang, and I find the Crystarium moments from being beset by sin eaters. Where are they coming from? This shouldn't be possible. We restored the darkness. Vothri? Well, this is a fortunate coincidence. Brother, tell me you have some idea why this is happening. I may, but for the moment we need to postpone such discussions in favor of action. The Crystal Exarch is preparing to deploy a barrier around the Crystarium as we speak. Ensuring that he is able to do so should be our first concern. There are a number of instruments placed about the Crystarium that function as anchors for the barrier. I'm on my way to activate them now. In which case, 3 pairs of hands would be better than 2. Very well, I'll take the ones to the south. I shall deal with the northern apparatus. Will you handle the western 2? There are Skonan platforms extending from the upper level of the Aetheryte Plaza. I'm assuming that means we gotta go... Yep, up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I'm right on this being Vothri, I wouldn't be surprised if we go to Ulmor next, or Eulmor.
Mm-hmm. Very likely.
Because Ahm Arang is a pretty damn good guess, but at the way this is going, we may have to freaking settle up with Eulmor to keep them from fucking things up for us.
Yep. Damn it.
Man, this one takes forever. Despite having very little idea as to how it functions, it appears you have activated the device successfully.
Yeah, that sounds about right for us. That's what we do. I don't know how this works, but works.
It's like I remember watching a clip from, I think it was Batman meets the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
And there's a scene in there where Mikey doesn't know how to defuse a bomb, and Donnie's like, just keep pressing random buttons. Okay, that I can do. Click, 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 click. It's kind of how I feel that we do.
Basically.
And considering the motion we take when doing this stuff, it's like, you know, sometimes it looks like we just feel around. Almost like it almost gives me that animation that we're just like click, 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 click.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Doesn't this look familiar?
Yeah, right?
This looks very familiar.
Smash, 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 smash.
Excellent. The barrier is holding.
They go
That's
home?
good news for the Crystarian, but what of the rest of Lakeland?
Lena and the city guard have taken to the field. Thancred and the others have already joined them. Let us do the same.
Oh, yeah. Oh man, if they get rid of Lena, I'm gonna be so pissed.
You have to break party for this.
We ought to join the Vanguard as soon as possible. If the number of eaters we just saw is any indication, we're facing a formidable host.
Let's do this shit.
Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go. Oh shit. And it's raining too, so it's just adding to the epicness. What lovely weather. Just what we needed. It seems the battle has already begun in earnest. Make haste. Crystarian forces are engaging the Sin Eaters at various locations across Lakeland. Assist them in defeating the Inners before they are decimated. Oh shit! So this is gonna be it. This
I don't
one.
know why I'm telling us triple triad matches aren't allowed. I mean, we know. Anyways, what you were saying, sorry.
I think it's interesting that this isn't just as straightforward as we're used to. For an instance, we actually have like, you know, we have kind of like objectives. Versus
Yeah, it's
kind.
interesting.
Let's give it our all.
Help is at hand.
Hey, Alpha, here's an idea. Why don't you try healing the dude?
Leave the healing to me.
Man, by the time we're allowed to get to them, man, they're already so freaking low on health, it's scary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like this freaking guy. I like this music too.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
Bring it!
I shall protect you.
You will rue the day you crossed my path.
This is great.
Thancred? Someone has made short work of these. Thancred by chance? Yep, there's Thancred and Minfilia.
Mm-hmm. It feels so good to launch an air anchor.
Lena, where are you? Where's my favorite bunny girl? It is as we feared. But our task is as ever was. Turn the tide. Drive out the Sin Eaters.
Holy shit. Oh my god. That's a lot of dudes.
Back up.
You.
On your feet. Must see this through.
So many.
Mm-hmm.
I cleared out my side. Come on, guys, get to it. That's new. Yeah, I'm pretty sure fucking Valkyrie is behind this. Because these the ones that are freaking protecting the freaking thing, I haven't seen those other than in freaking Valkyrie's tower.
Yep. I'm thinking you're onto something. Nice. Done.
I'm still working. I'm still working it. If you're watching, you know exactly where I'm at.
I'm watching cutscenes. That doesn't sound good.
If naught else will suffice, my strength is yours.
May the 12 guide you.
The stars shall grant me succor.
Let's give them a show. With heart and steel.
Damn, Alizé. Let's give them a show. Come on.
That was intense.
Done. It's a little on the disappointing side that we didn't get any experience off of that. And I've been returned to Lakeland Instance Area 1. Let's see what goes on here. Damn, go Minfilia.
There are so many. Ah, God damn it!
Lena.
Leader! Yeah! Lena, hold on. They turned on me.
Thancred! I was gonna say, don't you fucking dare! Ooh!
Thancred!
This one is mine!
Pull the trigger!
We need only hold out a little while longer. Reinforcements are coming, remember? The captain said so. We're going to be all right. Run! Run, damn you! The Warrior of Darkness has returned. The Bloody Knight has returned. So stay with me, eh? You can't go dying now. God damn it! Please let this work. Please let this work.
Damn it, he's trying so hard.
No, no, no. Stay back. Stay back. Help! Help! Anyone! Why did you spare me? Why? What have I done to deserve this mercy? Forward! Forward! If you can still hold a sword, follow me! Wounded to the rear! Weapons at the ready! Let's make this count!
Fight and struggle. Seek salvation by your own hands. Though the losses be grave, endure them. Though the victories be hollow, claim them.
Damn. What a scene.
Indeed.
Seems we've driven them back for the time being, at least. The wounded have been collected and are undergoing treatment now. Once they're ready to be moved, we'll have them carried back to the Crystarium. The dead as well, of course. Those whose bodies remain, anyway.
I'm an instance too, by the way.
Yeah, I'm teleporting back to Crystarium, switching gear, cause Pally.
Yep.
But damn, that fucking scene was intense.
Wasn't it though?
I'm feeling more and more sorry for Ardbert. It's getting ridiculous how sorry I'm feeling for him.
I know, right?
Oh man.
One thing Essie is very good at.
Okay.
You know, at least you're in the same instance.
I'm now in instance number 3.
You know what?
Word from on high. The others are helping to treat the wounded. I'm planning to assist in moving them, but even so, we simply don't have enough hands. I'm sure you're fit to fall over after we've been through. Gods know I am. But if you see to a few of the patients, it would be an enormous help. Captain Lena's about somewhere, so you might also consider asking her if there are any other outstanding areas in need. We'll talk later. First one I find, Dying Guard.
Dying Guard. Yay! No, wait, that's not the right word.
With tear-filled eyes, the prone man gazes upon you. His fingers twitch as if to reach for you, but he lacks the strength to raise his hand. Anguished Guard. Thank you, but it's too late. One of them, it got me. If I turn, please, please kill me, I beg you. Trembling Guard. Don't touch me, I killed her, She was one of them, I know, but I...
Oh, I did not see you there. Is there something you need? Injuries are part and parcel of battle. While there's breath in my lungs, I shall see my duties done. Don't pretend you're not of the same mind. You fought well today. Saved a great many lives. Thank you. Unfortunately, this war is far from over. We must replenish our ranks and shore up our defenses before they attack again. Now, if you will excuse me. I am fine.
You are not!
Completely and utterly fine. Better than fine. Hale and hearty and still alive to mourn those who are not. Who I failed to protect when they needed me most.
Lena's my favorite character, hands down.
Got that far. I could have sworn the end was in sight, and now they will never see it.
I love her. I fucking love her. Of non-Scion's favorite fucking character.
Yep.
The tragedy that has befallen you is of your own making. Divine retribution for your defiance. The heavens have bequeathed to you a benevolent savior, me. I offer you freedom from pain and suffering. A paradise where man and sin-eater might live in peace and harmony. Why, already, our winged brothers and sisters regard me and mine as kin, alike to them in beauty and purity.
Oh, the only beauty you're gonna see is me cramming my new Dark Knight weapon down your fucking throat.
But you not only reject my prophet hand, but raise your own against my sin-eaters. It is only right that they respond in kind. Let this be a lesson to all those who would walk the path of sin. The wicked shall not inherit this world!
That's... Seriously, the look on my face was, I cannot wait to cram something down your fucking throat and shut you up.
Mm-hmm.
That is the proverbial look on my face right now.
Mm-hmm.
Lothry's ship is already gone. How flattering that he came all this way just to give us a little speech. I apologize for my earlier outburst. Rest assured that I have no intention of allowing any of my wounds to affect the performance of my duties. Especially not now. If I may ask, could I ask that you seek out Thancred and Minfilia for me? They endanger themselves on my behalf, and I would feel better knowing that they are well looked after. Thancred in particular sustained quite an injury from that Sin Eater. I would not be surprised if he were in the Sphephicus still. Please give them my thanks. Fucking Vothry. Oh, see, we're at the Crystarium. I can show you now.
Huh?
We're at the Crystarium now. I can show you. Come on, don't do it to me right now. My dude, Dark Knight weapon.
Yes.
You're rocking the
That's
cloud.
great.
Rocking the cloud look now.
That's great.
Wait, you know I gotta do it. You know I gotta do it. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yup.
It dropped while I was running, so I was so happy for that one.
Very nice, very nice.
I was tempted to keep running that place for that weapon in particular.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from the long ass katana, man, I got the Cloud and Sephiroth vibe going.
Yep.
How the hell did I manage that one?
You managed that one.
I don't know.
That was great.
You're here for me? I'm sorry to put you to the trouble. I'm fine, really. The leader landed under a fortunately solid blow, but the healers here have done wonders. I'm more worried about Minfilia. She's not taking it well. Could I ask you to speak to her? With my attempts to reach out seem to have had the opposite effect. She's gone off to the Hotorium, ostensibly to fetch herbs for Chesamel. Or Casamel, but just talk to her, will you?
Might almost be a good idea to go to the Cabinet of Curiosity. Go from there.
Yep. I was thinking that, or maybe she was in... Because the look on the map made me sit there and think that maybe she was in that section of the Crystarium near the hunt board that we never seem to have access to.
No. As soon as I saw what he called the place, I'm like, she's probably here.
Minfilia appears to be lost in thought. Perhaps a gentle poke will get her attention. You want me to poke Minfilia? Something I never thought the opportunity would be presented. Where's poke? Eep! Oh, Strife, what are you doing here? Thancred. It's my fault, you know. I jumped at the chance to help Lena, but I was careless, and now it's my fault. Are you sure? I brought him nothing but trouble thus far. And what if it's worse next time? All I do is make mistakes, put others in danger. I'm sure that he'll resent me for being this weak. Maybe he already does. But you're right, I can still help. If only by using these herbs safely to Casmel. There are only 2 left on the list, but I'll need to ask about this one. I've looked high and low, but I can't seem to find it anywhere. Would you mind collecting the other? I would hate to delay any longer than I already have. You're looking for something with soft leaves that are very fragrant in an unmistakable medicinal way, I was told. We only need 2 sprigs or so. Once you've got them, bring them directly to Casamel. Whoever gets there first can explain to the other. Lena, they'll be back shortly. Thank you, I appreciate your help.
Bundle the herbs. Yeah.
This story's getting good too.
Isn't it though?
God, man, between Persona and this, man. Just like I can't fucking win with my RPGs. They're so fucking good, I want to keep playing both. I can multitask, but I can't multitask like that.
Yeah, I know.
And if you had told me that you would be bringing the rest. Marvelous. With this, I can replenish our store of medicines. We're struggling to keep up with the number of wounded that are being brought in. I wasn't on the field, but it doesn't matter. The patients' faces make it plain that it was a horrible battle. And we're still fighting it. I suppose that with bitter medicine rather than sharp steel. But we'll win. I promise you that. Seems that I owe you an apology for dragging you to yet another battlefield when you've just come off the front lines. In both cases, I'm sure your efforts saved more than a few. With Swergix in good working order, the Crystarian's people will be well cared for. More lie ahead, of course. Battles only you can fight. Not that we intend to let you do it alone, but that's a matter to discuss with the Exarch. You know the Exarch? We do. Was there something you needed? I need you to tell him something for me. My dearest friend, you see, he was there on the battlefield with me, but only the one of us is here to speak of it. At the end, before the wound killed him, I heard his dying words. I never knew that our world was this beautiful, he told me. I'm so glad that I got to see the night sky. I don't know how the Exarch feels about what happened out there. I don't know if what Vothri said is true, if our losses were just our just deserts and we doom ourselves to worse by continuing to fight this fight. But I believe in the warrior of darkness, in the Crystal Exarch. I don't think what they've done is wrong, and I don't think we're wrong to fight with them either. My friend, he smiled me in just as he smiled when he raised his glass to celebrate the return of the night. That's how I want to remember him. So I want to tell the Exarch, don't give up, don't give in, please. We'll tell him, you have my word. Best way out, we're going to Ahm Arang. If you're ready, why not go on ahead to the Ocular? You can keep the Exarch company while I fetch Alpha now. Don't worry, I mean to borrow the swiftest hammer I can find, so we shouldn't keep you long. Be sure to pass on that message, eh?
So my theory panned out somehow?
Looks like we are going to Ahm Arang next.
Never mind that I'd really love to shove this gun down frickin' Vothri's gullet and just unload.
Shut up, phone. We're not playing Persona right now. Welcome, my friend. Tales of your heroism on the battlefield precede you, though I confess I found them more gladdening than surprising. I hear no few of our people have you to thank for protecting them from the jaws of death. Would that they had not needed saving to begin with, but the responsibility for that lies with me. One of our soldiers said that? Thank you. Rest assured that I fully intend to continue our work. I will not shrink from what must be done, now least of all. Though I mourn the lost, I will not lose myself to grief, and even should regret be my constant companion, I will follow the path I have chosen to its end. And if I were to confess any doubts I might harbor, no one need ever know? No, I believe you have enough burdens without my adding to them. Nevertheless, thank you. Oh. Shit's getting good.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee time.
My friends, with your aid, we have weathered a brutal assault.
Emmett Silk, why do you... Now is not the time, dude.
Sorry I'm late, though I would not have been had anyone thought to notify me in advance.
As I was saying, it was only with your aid that we weathered this assault. Without it, the Crystarium and all who dwell here would now be gone.
For each we saved, another perished. If there is anything else we can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. This is our home too, and we want nothing more than to keep it safe.
Thank you. We are blessed to have you with us. As for the attack itself, Vorthri may call it divine retribution, but Sin Eaters are creatures of instinct. A coordinated assault is unprecedented. Moreover, in the absence of a Light Warden, there should have been no compulsion for lesser Sin Eaters to congregate here en masse. All of which points to a single, unavoidable conclusion.
That these minions of light answer to a higher power. He who did claim kinship with them, who did boast of control, not in idleness, 'twould seem, but in earnest. Lord Vorthri.
Indeed. What I mistook for bluster was in fact the truth. The Sin Eaters are his to command. But if he imagines this show of force will convince us to bend the knee, he is sorely mistaken.
I take it your meeting in Eulmor did not end well.
You could say that, yes. But I am wiser for the experience nevertheless. It appears he has mastered a technique which allows him to enslave the minds of others. A fact I discovered when he attempted to use it on me.
That would go some way towards explaining the peculiar reverence afforded him by his subjects. There may feasibly be a handful of true believers among them, I suppose, but it would not surprise me if the vast majority were in his thrall.
Had I not anticipated his treachery, I might well have joined them. But seeing his invitation for what it was, I sent a glamour in my stead. I rather doubt such tricks will avail me a second time, however.
Clever.
Did you have any luck tracking down the Light Warden in Calusia?
Sadly, I have nothing to report on that front. What of Ahm Arang?
After a fruitless few days scouring ruins, I resorted to asking the locals. While no one I spoke to had seen any sign of the Warden, I did uncover a possible lead. An abandoned mine in western Ahm Arang. From what the Mord told me, it would be a perfect place to stay out of sight. Of course, I could never hope to explore such a labyrinth quickly or safely on my own, so I returned here.
Even should we all join in the endeavor, an exhaustive search could take weeks, and with no guarantee of finding anything.
The Wardens harbor vast reservoirs of primordial light, do they not? Far beyond anything found in lesser Sin Eaters. And isn't it true that the Oracle could see the light of a Sin Eater from miles away? Surely a Warden would seem like a blazing beacon by comparison. To the real Oracle of Light, I mean. The real Menthilia. If we travel to Ahm Arang, to the south where she halted the flood, I could summon her back. What do you think?
Don't.
Don't what? Do what I can. What we both know is right.
Do not presume to know my mind. You have no idea what you're proposing.
But I do. I know why you never said anything. Because you thought you could keep me safe by keeping me in the dark. And maybe I thought so too. But I knew, Thancred. I always knew.
Oh, I see. I thought you were a rather underwhelming reincarnation, but it all makes sense now. The Oracle lies dormant within you, doesn't she? But to draw on her true power, you must become one, both body and soul. To wit, one being must consume the other. Who shall be the lucky winner?
This doesn't concern you, Ascian.
Ooh.
But it plainly concerns you. Which is why your heart is ready to burst out of your chest. Despite the raging tempest in your bosom, however, you have never once opened up to your young charge. Now, why would that be? Love. Well, I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Certainly more promising than any of your other suggestions. So, it's off to Ahm Arang we go.
I'll meet you at the gates.
Emmett. Thancred's gonna fuck you up one day. I'm sorry to be so insistent, but I know this is the only way. If you're willing to give me a chance, come with us. Well, this just keeps getting better and better.
Doesn't it, though? I need a pause.
You need a pause?
A brief one. I need to get up and walk around and get a drink.
Yeah, I'll probably go use the bathroom. Alright, so quick break. We're actually progressing through this rather quickly, so we will be right back. As have I. Okay. Alright, so...
Things are getting interesting.
I think I may hit the wrong one.
Mm. I shall wait. Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Wait.
Oh.
It's
Right.
still inside. It's the actual entrance, I guess.
I'm going to 2.
Less people, the better. Sure enough, it's the actual entrance.
Well, we should have known better. I mean, he did say he'd wait for us at the gate.
Fair enough. We'll call that a brief derp moment.
Derp-a-derp. Sorry for the wait. I'm ready now. And you're sure you want to do this? Completely sure? Look, no matter what happens to me, I'm sure that I don't want to go back to being who I was. I want to be stronger, strong enough to face my destiny, and I want to believe that I can play a part in saving this world. I hope you can find it in yourself to believe it too. When you put it that way, how could we not? It is your decision to make. Just be sure that you are prepared when the time comes. If all are assembled, shall we depart? We follow your lead. What route would you have us take? About that, there's something I neglected to mention. I saw an eulmorian airship coming into the land over Ahm Arang while I was on my way back to the Crystarium. No doubt the same vessel that bore Vothri's forces to Raktika. Meaning we can expect to encounter armed resistance on our journey through the region. Right, now, Ahm Arang lies in the southern reaches of Ahm Arang, and there are 2 routes we can take to get there. The first is the eastern route, which will lead us past Mordsup. The other is the western route, which will require us to pass through the Hills of Amber. Minfilia and I took the eastern route last time. Yes, that's the more well-trodden route. It makes for easier traversal of the Nabas Severance. But we can't use it. If we did, we would need to cross the Severance from a point nearby the Im at Journey's Head. If the Eulmorians caught wind of our approach, it could be very well bring them into contact with the Inn and its patients, and we could sure their activities would not meet Vothri's approval. It will make the journey more onerous, but I believe it would be safer to take the western route, which brings me to my proposition. While we make for the Hills of Amber in the west, I will draw the Eulmorians' attention elsewhere, to an area in the east that I know to be uninhabitable, or uninhabited. That way you'll have a chance of reaching Ahm Arang unopposed and without risk to civilians. I cannot deny that's a sound plan, but nor can I allow you to go alone. My skills will make your task at least somewhat easier, will they not? I will accompany you as well. It will afford us a chance to have a proper conversation. And if I go with the others, I'm likely to say something Thancred will regret.
Shrug.
Well then, we'll leave the work of distracting Vothri's forces to you. The rest of us will take the western route and try avoiding attracting attention. With that in mind, I think it's best that we follow the road from the bridges. We'll move faster with a solid path under our feet. We'll borrow a few armor for our journey. I leave the rest to you, Minfilia. Thank you. I'll try not to disappoint.
is getting good.
Indeed. Two.
Mm-hmm. It's not that far.
Just hoof it.
Hoof it.
Enjoy
You have 2 hours for sure. Enjoy the scenery and the music.
And we're getting close because I think there was only 10 for this quest line too. So we're getting close to the end.
I'm comfortable we'll make it.
And no side quests have popped up, so
Yet.
yes, admittedly yet. Wow, the music hasn't changed.
Get drilled.
Anybody else want some?
Shit's about to get real.
There you are. The gate leading to Ahm Arang is just up ahead. In all the time I've been here, I've never ventured into the Hills of Amber. Not that I'm particularly intimidated by new lands at this point, but we have more than enough reasons to be cautious as it is. Keep an eye on Menphalia for me, would you?
And finally, we're going to have access to the remainder of Ahm Arang. Been waiting for this. I can get my map upgrade finally.
Mm-hmm. Off so soon, Master Eclipse? You've barely had time to recover from the battle. Well, if you're certain, I'm hardly in a position to question you.
Back here.
Take comfort. in
Love
the
this
bond
music
you
too.
share. Accept the pain when the time comes to part. Press on, for joy and sorrow walk hand in hand. Beyond Mount Garik lie the hills of Amber, beneath which run hidden veins of mineral wealth. Or ran, at least. Mayhap they are spent. Or mayhap the ringing of hammers can yet be heard below.
This is where we're gonna deal with dwarves, I take it? At least on a more consistent basis.
It would make sense.
We haven't seen them anywhere. We haven't seen them anywhere.
Not really.
Oh! Hi, buddy.
This place has been scarred by the flood too. Who can say what lies ahead? But whatever else the road may be, it's mine to travel, and I don't plan to take a moment of time I spend upon it for granted.
New headpiece. I am going to immediately open that.
I take it you're seeing what I'm seeing? Finding a village moving hardly 10 paces into the hills was a surprising stroke of luck, especially given our recent fortunes. But you won't hear any complaints from me. Let's see if the folk who live here can tell us what to expect from the road ahead.
I'm seeing big ass iguanas.
Whoa!
Whoa! You closed the distance fast.
No shit!
By the way, I let my dad know that he's been immortalized.
Yeah.
He laughed about it.
I'm kind of curious. I want to see that again. That is crazy to see an enemy with a rush attack.
I know, right? That was actually really intriguing. You know, I really should do this. Wallens! Let's go, buddy. Since we're gonna start murdering stuff, might as well take advantage. God, I love Air Anchor. It looks amazing. I will admit, it kind of looks like what I thought it would look like.
I actually haven't used it yet.
You've seen it at least, I hope.
You weren't on screen when you fired that off, so I didn't see it.
We need to fix that.
Let's see. You sell? No. No, you are not merchant. But then, why do I know your face? I remember you spent Volver. Such a coin purse cracking. You are already a legend among more traders. You're a traveling merchant then. Can you tell us anything of this village? Of course, anything for valued customers. This place is Garrick. Before flood, it was home to many miners. After, not so many. Now, none. So Master Gengen borrowed the village, made it a trading post. Very convenient location. In which case, y'all must be familiar with the local roads, correct? We're on our way to Naboth Arang ourselves. We'll continue south from here. Will we find any difficulties reaching it? Oh yes, great difficulty. The flood rent the stone and crushed the mine surrounding Naboth Arang. Only steep cliffs and collapsed tunnels remain. Oh no. But surely there must be some way. Do you think any of the other Mord might have some sort of hidden route? Perhaps. You ask, they tell. Tell for free even to friends of our best customer. Wonderful. Thank you for your help. Well then, best customer, let's see what information your reputation buys us. I fucking love Thancred.
That was great.
Well then, best customer. For Naboth Arang airship is best. Nothing is faster than an airship. The Eulmorians have one right here. You can ask them to take you. No, it seems somewhat superfluous to do so. You dutifully make note of Gongon's words. Yeah. No.
No thanks. I don't want to ask those guys for anything.
Oh, that is a surprise. Not many bound for Naboth Arang these days. I do know of a trolley that once went there. It used to travel between all the settlements and mines of the Hills of Amber. It is locked behind a gate, however. I assume that will have been kept it from being stolen or damaged, but it also prevents it from being of much use. Take down information regarding the trolley in a wrinkled piece of parchment before stuffing it unceremoniously back into your bag. When the fuck did we write shit down?
I love the descriptions! They're actually, like, really going all out for this.
You wish to go to Naboth Arang. There was once a way, a gondola down from the cliffs, but it was built for those who had left something behind that they wished to retrieve. Now there is nothing left and no one to use it. You may search for it if you like, but I doubt that its rusted wires would bear your weight. You hastily take down a memo regarding the gondola and a spare scrap of parchment.
Wow. This is unusual.
I'm afraid I've learned little of use how to reach Ahm Arang. The eulmorian presence, though, that's another matter. Apparently, though their army is definitely in Ahm Arang, there have been no sightings of eulmorians at all in the Hills of Amber. Perhaps we can take that as a sign that Alizé's plan has borne fruit. Did you have any better luck finding us a route forward? So these are our options. Well, what do you think? Don't ask me.
We can try the gondola. I might die, but eh.
Can we get an airship anywhere? Not from Vothri, obviously. Gate aside, the trolley seems feasible.
Going with that option.
Yeah. Does seem to be the least risky of our options, and I can't imagine one gate is enough to thwart you. I'd like to know a bit more before we dash off in search of it, though. Perhaps Zunzin can offer some insight. And there's the side quests.
You knew it was coming.
Yeah, I just didn't know how soon. Thankfully, it doesn't look like that much, but again, we'll worry about those later. Later.
Yet.
Oh, valued customers. Worthy of more of help. Of a fashion. They told us of a trolley that runs to Ahm Arang, at least. But am I correct in thinking that there was a reason you did not do so yourself when we first asked? Yes, the gate you see, it is impassable. Before, there was a hulking thing of stone, the Talos. It opened the gate, they say. But none operate such a thing now. I do not even know if one yet exists. I do not know, but you should travel east to Mount Beyond Mines. That is where the trolley controls. I still see miners there from time to time. If anyone knows what happened to the Talos, it would be them. Thank you. You've been a great help. We're off to Mount Beyond then. Let's hope that someone there will be able to answer our questions. Bye. Bye.
I like these guys. I gotta admit, I kind of like these guys.
Bye. Have a good time.
Don't die.
I know I don't need the experience, but just to make some of these fights a little better.
Alright, here's air anchor.
Nice.
I love it. It looks exactly like what I think it would. Yeah, no. The changes they made to Machinist, I adore them. That move is called Slip of the Tongue. If I saw that correctly.
I believe you did. Hey, Zoran.
Zorian.
The scale of the track is oppressive, I'll give them that. Now we only need to follow it till we come to the mines.
What are these iguana? New stuff. Oh, we've seen these guys before. Those are new.
I've seen them before on hunts, but
We've seen these kinds of things before back in,
Eorzea.
Fuck, what was the area again?
Drybone. Eastern Thonolin.
No, I was talking about the birds.
Oh.
I think we've seen them before in the Fringes?
Yeah. I don't remember their name, but...
Yeah, they were something different, but, the model
is similar. The goats are from Eastern Thonolin.
The goats are from Eastern Thonolin, absolutely. They were called Billies and Nannies, too.
You obviously have a death wish.
Yeah, no kidding.
Giga Scream.
Giga Scream?
That's the attack it was trying to use right before we killed it.
Huh. That's new. Okay. Now I'll launch this. Gnomes?
And desert coyotes.
I've seen them on the hunts a few times. Both of them.
Bit of a mess, isn't it? But the mechanisms for dispatching the trolley are here, just as Zinzin said. Unfortunately, anyone who might know how to use them is not. We might wait for Zinzin and the mysterious miners to appear, or have a look around to see if we can deduce anything useful in their absence. I'm in favor of the latter.
Same.
Something near the entrance to the mines proper caught Urianje's eye. Meet us there if you find anything.
Go ahead and grab this one first. Oh crap. I pissed things off. A lot of things. No! Go away!
And there's an and there's an aether current up here.
Yeah. I pissed the world off.
Certainly seems that way.
They all want some of Sandra's booty. I can't entirely blame them, to be honest.
Okay, so I'm having trouble failing to see what's supposed to be in this area.
Hmm. Oh, god damn it, not again. The trolley car. Go to the trolley car. Aha!
Aha!
While I'm drawing the attention of everything.
Benches within suggest that it must have been a passenger car, oddly enough, though it is clearly
Oh
old or
my
appears to
God.
be well maintained.
Why? Everything is so aggressive! I'm sorry I pissed in your cornflakes. I didn't know they were yours. Jesus! What the shit? Okay, good. Where to?
Cup of slightly warm and a fair amount of tea steeped over long. The color's indication remains within.
Still wasn't me this time.
You can fuck right off, gnome.
This don't look like no gnome I've ever seen.
Fuck. How strive, what hast thou discerned? I see, indeed, thine observations are consistent with mine own. But let us refrain from further discussion ere our comrades arrive. Oh. Ample evidence of recent maintenance, a lukewarm tea besides. The levers for switching tracks looked like they were in good condition. No, I couldn't move them myself. No ordinary person could, I think. It is my belief that no person is meant to. This Talos beareth more than a passing resemblance to the golems of Source, nor do it appear to be a sole example of its kind. The proliferation of Talos fragments, as well as the enormity of mechanisms here, suggest a considerable number were once in operation. Alas, this specimen and this fellow now lie lifeless and broken. I know not how to repair them, that they might facilitate our passage through the gate. And without the aid of the Talos, even if thou wert somehow able to unbar the trolley's path, we would still have no means of propelling it. We might know how to repair the Talos, but someone must. Otherwise, why keep everything else in working order? Whoever's maintaining the cars and rails must know something that we don't. Let's ask them what it is, shall we? Strife, I do believe you'll find a person of some interest sulking in the shadows behind the warehouses on the northwestern side of the tracks. While you two have a friendly chat, the rest of us will gently encourage those to the south to come out of hiding. Defend yourselves as necessary, of course, but do try to keep everyone in one piece. Off we go then. Fucking Thancred.
It's so good to be working with him again. Consistently.
Yeah, there's no... Alright, there's no way we're getting through there without pulling something.
Man. Really? Nah. Really? Screw you, Coyote. Go play with the Roadrunner.
Roadrunner plays too rough, apparently.
Yeah. But so do we. So, I don't know.
Hi! Wicked White, where did you come from? Oh, never mind that. You have no business here, of that I'm sure. Ah, seriously?
37,000 damage. Hi, Moon. Oh my gosh. Aggro.
Ding, 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 ding.
Bosom Buddies 1 is almost done.
Yay! Good to hear. These two weren't much trouble either. Let's see what they had to say for themselves. Unless we're not brigands. Do we honestly look like we need steel? Well, some rusty bits of iron? Don't be absurd. We're not here to rob you. A likely story. You look, well... You don't look normal, that's for certain. Don't have any wares, so you're clearly not merchants. Travelers never pass this way. The only reason you would come all this way is to strip out the machinery for parts. Saf, I have an idea. What if, once upon a time, a lovely lady of noble birth ventured forth in search of her lost love, joined by her two most loyal servants, sworn to follow her unto the world's end. On their journey, they met a sorcerer, as ancient time itself. Moved by the lady's devotion, he offered to be their guide, and they... You read too many books, sir. Turned up here somehow. I can only assume you've been intentionally obtuse, but in the unlikely event that's a serious conjecture, no, I suppose. I am a bodyguard of a sort, but we have rather larger concerns than fairy tale romances. Though I would fain hear more of the ageless sorcerer and his heroic deeds. Gods grant me strength. If I may, we're actually searching for a means by which to travel to Naboth the Ring. We were hoping that the trolley might offer a solution. I realize that we haven't gotten off the best of starts, but if you know anything about how we might get it working again... The trolley? The trolley? You should have led with that. We're always keen to discuss the trolley. We're both engineers in training, in fact. Jerk and Thaf, at your service. Technically, I'm a miner and he does repair work, but our true passion is the trolley. We're working with a few other folks to get it up and running again. And before you ask, yes, it's true, there's a little need to transport these days, but that's no reason to consign a miracle of mechanical innovation to dust. The mere sight of it traveling the track once again would make hearts sore, mark my words. You'll hear no argument from us. What progress have you made thus far? Not as much as we'd like, truth be told. Well, if there's anything we could do to assist you, we could gather minerals or help put pieces together. It's a sight more complicated than that, I'm afraid. If you spoke with Magnus, you'd understand. He's the only one with full knowledge of the trolley's operation. I suppose you could speak with him if you like. We'll introduce you. Why not? Gods grant me strength. Very well, our options are limited, and if this Magnus can explain whatever is preventing the trolley from being restored, I'd like to hear it. Right, it looks like you'll be following us back to Twine then.
And I'm putting that on immediately. I like the look of it.
Rust and Ruin, half is ready to guide you to Twine where you might meet the mysterious Magnus. Oh, you haven't seen another fellow around here, have you? I thought he'd have come out by now. Yeah, I kind of like bashed him with a couple of spells. You think he'll be alright? I suppose we did force your hand a bit. I'll have a look just in case. You go on ahead, Zeph. Alright, looks like it'll be just you lot and me then. Try not to let anything take a bite out of you on the way out of the rail yard.
Fuck off.
Damn, you got a whole pack.
I know! Why? Oh my god! Ow! Oh shit. You're actually having a tank. Wallace is ready to rank up. Good boy, Wallace. Good job. I don't have a Thancreds onion on me, otherwise this would be so much better.
Yeah, that's smart. Didn't he have to thump me so hard? I'll be feeling that for the next fortnight at least. Not to be outdone about it now, though. I've pointed your overeager commanders in the right direction and they've gone on ahead, so we need to get moving. Normally we walk atop the tracks, but seeing as this young lady has had a much shorter stride, that's more perilous a route than I'm comfortable suggesting. Wouldn't want anyone falling through the gaps. Of course, the low road presents other dangers, but having been on the receiving end of your friend's blows, I'm not worried on that account. Just be thankful you weren't on the receiving end of mine. God damn it.
Man. We avoided that.
Nice. Wait a moment, I think I hear something. Oh, that's something, alright. Run!
Okay, they're dead.
It's okay! You can come out now!
We killed them.
Oh, there's another thing I've seen on the freaking hunt list for a lot.
Yeah. Those are Dragon Quest monsters.
Figures he'd get himself into trouble.
Of course he did. Oh, come on. Get drilled. What did you get yourself into? Oh, these guys. Chemical warfare!
Sorry about that. I'll admit I didn't expect this route to be quite so fraught with danger. We're nearly to Twine though, so we should make it without further incident.
You say that.
Well, I could see it. And taking the tracks would be easier. Nah.
No. No, no, no.
No, 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 no. Oh!
First things first. Absolutely critical. Tune to the Aetheryte.
Sev, we made it to Twine. Okay. It's gonna bug me real quick, so it will BRB. I have glamour on this class.
I'm coming with you. Much as I like this,
you don't like it.
I'm going back to this.
Alright.
I'm sure you understand why.
Yeah. Back to Twine. Oi. Alright.
You know, I should have taken that opportunity to quickly hop over and get a Thancreds onion.
This is it. We'll go to Twine. The original dwellings were built to house those laborers tasked with building the track. Over time, miners came to seek their fortunes, and that's what made the town grow to what you see before you today. But it was still the trolley that brought them here. As you've doubtless noticed, the track goes to the very heart of the town. It was the heart of the town back when the trolley still carried everyone home at the end of each hard day in the mines. Now, there is no trolley, nor much work to be had in the mines. For that matter, the only residents that remain are the destitute, the delusional, and those with nowhere else to go. Or so they say. That should give you some indication of what to expect when you meet Magnus. As I said, it will help you understand why we can't get the trolley running. Just don't expect too much aside from that. Well, that's encouraging, but I don't see that we have much choice. Let's go and meet the man.
All them balls.
Who are you supposed to be? Never seen the three of you in my life. Or the four of you. Wicked White, if you're going to bother me, at least have the damn courtesy to stand still. Methinks this one is deep in his cups. And these are my guests, Magnus. We ran into them at the mines. They're looking for a way to reach Aam Arang, so they came to ask about the trolley, you see. What? There's nothing in Aam Arang. Not anymore. And especially not for a frail little girl. Give it up. No, we must reach Aam Arang. I must. Ah, so you have your heart set on it. The world doesn't care. The place is in ruin. Nothing more. And you're not getting there in the trolley. That thing doesn't run on hopes and dreams. We're not fools. It's a necessity that drives us in Aam Arang. If you insist that the trolley is not an option, at least tell us why. No, I'm sick of people asking me about the blasted thing. Leave me be. We'll speak outside. He only said that because he thinks I'm weak, and he's right, but I can't be. I won't be forever. There has to be some way. I must find it.
Pence.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was stuck in my own head again. It's clear that Magnus has no intention of helping us. Perhaps we should ask the other residents. They may know something about the trolley. I'll take the north side of town. Let me know if you learned anything. Thancred, art thou truly content to stand witness to the fate's course and take no part? This isn't a matter of fate, Urianger. It's about choice, and I have had years to decide where I stand. Minfilia has spent too long in chains already. I would not shackle her again by making my hopes known. It is for her to choose what shape her destiny will take. It is for me to stay silent, to protect her, teach her, and stand by her. That, at least, I can do for her. So be it. Come, let us make our own inquiries.
First things first. Gemstone Trader! Give me my map! Mount speed boosted.
Mount speed boosted. Oh, there you are. You'll be pleased to know that I got our friend back home with no trouble. He's just fine. He's a bit shaken up. And you, what did Magus have to say? I did have faint hope that your need might prompt him to action where our interest has not, but I suppose that was foolish of me. I'm sorry that we couldn't be of help, though. I could at least show you to the trolley car we have here. If you like, you could give it a stroke or two. It has some very smooth wood. You mean to say you're not giving up, even knowing that Magus is... Magnus? I don't see much point in you being stubborn about it, though. Perhaps stubbornness is exactly what this situation calls for. Can't forge iron without an anvil, after all. I can't imagine that anything you try will work, but if you're certain you can help me make preparations in the event that he does. To that end, take this toolbox. We're going to inspect the rails. I'll have a long look along the tracks for anything that's in need of repair. You bring the tools and be ready to hand them to me whenever I stop to work.
I have a feeling it's going to be an escort mission. Of sorts.
Like an instanced or something. You open the box, revealing the proud array of lovingly maintained tools. Brilliant. Now if you can hand me what I need as to work, that would be a help. Bring me... well, this bolt is loose for one matter, so we can't have that. I need to tighten it. Thank you. This will do nicely. Now, give me a moment and get to play a guessing game with tools. Yeah, I don't see any other problems here, so let's continue along the track.
Well, you got some unique stuff with this, I suppose.
Oh, look, Aether Current.
Yup.
Now, can we get it without falling?
Shouldn't be a problem.
If we could just fly, it'd be easy as well.
Yes. But if we could fly, we would either it's
Walkers can't be choosers, I guess. Shut down toolbox muscles of your arms, enjoying profound relief, and open it once again. Quite handy to have around, you know? That's the lamp there. They aren't often necessary these days, but if they're going to do this, we might as well do it properly. And if by some miracle the night returns as it did in Lakeland, well, it's a nice thought, though. Anyhow, a bit of this post seems to have been splintered. Whether it's a lamp next to a lid or not, we'll have to let these pieces of wood jabbing the next person who comes down here to do maintenance. So I'll need to sand it down a bit. That should do it. I'll bring some varnish along next time to finish the job. I haven't spotted any of the problems, so we can move along now. Unless you'd like to take in the view of the trash room here a bit longer. It's breathtaking, I know. Mining has always been the primary vocation of folks in the hills of Amber, you see. But after a certain point, they had dug up everything that could easily be reached and carried back by manpower alone. It was then that the Naboth Empire struck down upon the idea of the Talos, which they had set to work. At great expense, the Naboth brought the Misteel engineers who specialize in Talos here into the hills. Wouldn't you know it, the mining industry picked right up again. Twine itself sprung up around that time, as a matter of fact. It was named after the entwining of the tales, the fruitful cooperation between the native Ronso and the newly came Mistol. But that, like so much else, fell apart in the wake of the flood. The Mistol left, taking their knowledge with them. It was 15 years ago that the last of them, the folks of the Daedalus, with stonework, took off for Eulmor. Now, no one remains that can repair and operate the Talos. But there's no use in laminating what can't be changed, and there's one more thing we need to do while we're out here, so we might as well get to it. Vultures occasionally make their nests on the tracks, you see, and it falls to us to remove them when they do. The creatures are angry when disturbed, which is natural, but nevertheless a danger to anyone passing by. It's not my favorite task, to be honest with you. As you may have noticed, I'm not terribly suited to confrontation. That said, would you follow the tracks north and remove any nests you find for me? I'll keep an eye on things from here. Sure. Ooh. Almost didn't make that jump. Excuse me, stream. So drill it, so hard to feel it. Jerk. Thank you. That should be everything. In return for your help, I'll tell you a bit more about the trolley. Nothing that can get it started again, though. As I said, the only people who know how to repair the tailless are long gone. When they left, life began to bleed out of town. The trolley's tracks rusted, and its cars fell into disrepair. Now I was born in Twine, raised there. My first words was trolley. Damn it, those were the worst years of my life. But then, about 7 years passed, Magnus and his wife returned to us. Magnus is a real, proper trolley engineer. Perhaps he would never have left in the first place if it hadn't been for his son. As you're well aware, Ahm Arang is hardly the safest place, and Magnus wanted his child to grow up away from its dangers. It didn't help. In the end, the Sea Eaters got the boy. Isn't that always the way? Child had always said that someday he wanted to see Magnus's trolley running again, so in his memory they returned to Twine and started fixing those rusted rails and broken cars, and it was going well for a time. Wicked white vultures. Are they back for revenge? Never mind. I don't want to find out. There we go, jerk. Nice work out there. And now you know the story of the trolley. Won't do much good without the tailless, though. If there was even a single one that still functioned, things might be different. But, well, here we are. Pants. No más pantalones. Holy shit.
Ignore it.
I know, I'm just saying, just like, they're so clustered. Down for maintenance. Oh. I don't know if it'll do you any good, but we do have a tailless we've been meaning to repair. I could show you if you'd like. It'd certainly be nice to hear something other than Magnus's griping for a change. Truly a most vexing state of affairs. I thought mayhap a closer examination might yield something of value. I see the municipal tailless stone by stone are lost to us. 'Tis true, but here before us slumbers a most fine specimen. Indeed, were it not for a few minor failings, it would be in working condition. 'Twill likely require naught but a few modest repairs and a suffusion of ether. Well, if you think you can get that thing up and running, far be it from me to stop you, but what exactly do you reckon is the problem? I should stress that I performed only the most cursory of examinations, though such arcane constructs are not wholly unfamiliar to me. As I did suspect from the first, it is a host to a network of veins through which ether floweth freely. Or so it would, were not for several fractures, which now impede said flow. How in the hell did you get all that from just a glance? I take it you've thought up a solution as well, then? To bridge these fissures requireth a material highly conducive to ether. Once in place, I believe it will be possible to restore the tailors to life. Might I prevail upon thee to acquire that which we acquire? Not far beyond the walls of twine dwelleth the creature of living stone, the debitage. Full sure I am that the stone of such would prove most useful. Sweet, I get to go kill the hands and a head. Very good. I shall have Thancred and Ophelia attend me in the remaining preparations.
Just gotta go get enough from 3 of them. That works. Off we go.
Oh.
Oh look, moles.
Thistle mole.
Molly.
Molly-whack. Whack-a-mole.
Is that what I think it is?
I don't know.
Dancing weapons. That thing got wrecked. Jesus.
Just destroyed. It's either 10 or 11, I couldn't remember, so this is either our last quest or the next one will be our last quest, so we'll find out. Thank goodness we'll return along with the remaining supplies we require. Didst thou succeed in procuring stone from the debitage?
I got sunfish.
Fine specimens, one and all. You have my thanks. We need now but wait for Thancred and Ophelia's return. Yay! Bring back the robot! Bring back the robot! From end to end, the paths by which aether may flow through the tailor have been duly mended. And they but require sufficient endowment.
Dang.
It's not moving. Strange, the core refuseth to stir. I fear the condition of this tailors is more dire than I previously surmised. So it was the heart after all. Now didst foresee this outcome? Well, no, not exactly. We never gotten this far in trying to repair it, so we had no way of knowing the heart was the real problem. We tried to find another in case things turned out as they are now, but... Jerk. This isn't really my story to share. Please, Jerk, if something went wrong, maybe we can help. Alright, alright. After all you've done for me, I suppose that's the least I can do. Yay, one more. The truth hurts. Right then, the Talos. The hearts cannot be made of just any stone. You need a special sort with sufficient ethereal conductivity. Both it and the other materials used in the construction of the Talos and bodies are mined in the same place. That place, of course, being here, the Hills of Amber. And it was 3 years ago when she... No, I can't. I'm sorry, but you'll have to hear it from Thaf or someone else. Back to the tavern, then.
But it's tasty.
Still here, eh? You can ask again, but the answer's the same. Our trolleys are... What? Gosh damn it, jerk. You could have at least finished so I wouldn't have to clean up your mess. Seeing how you made such quick progress in fixing that Talos and all, he was probably thinking you could help change things around here. And I think you may be right. Gather your friends and I'll tell you what you want to know. Story time!
Magnus's wife was a miner, you know. Greatest prospector there ever was. When the golem heart started failing, she was the first to head out in search of more. Problem was, most of the veins ran dry ages ago, and finding fresh ones to tap's only gotten harder. But she wasn't one to be deterred. She just kept digging deeper and deeper. And then the mine collapsed. We labored day and night to clear away the rubble, but it took us 2 months to find her. To find her body. Magnus has never been the same since.
Pudding! Why don't you let me in my house? I want you in my house. There.
Where is he, if you don't mind my asking?
Ah, yes, well, if he's not here, there's only one other place he'd be.
Burial site.
What? Oh, you again. How many times must I tell you? The trolley won't run! We'd be better off dismantling the damn thing and selling the parts for scrap. Now, piss off back to wherever you came from. Don't let me catch you around here again.
What were their names?
My son was named Skuli. My wife, Agna. Being here with them, it beats going home. Home stopped being home when I lost them. I thought to try and drown my sorrows, but somehow the bottle's never deep enough.
No bottle is. Believe me, I know.
You've lost someone too?
Not like you. Not my own flesh and blood. I grew up an orphan, so I never really knew what family meant. Not until I met a man who offered to take me in and make me his pupil. He was a kindly soul, always looking out for me, like a father. Not that I appreciated that at the time, or anything else for that matter.
So, Louis Swall or Minfilia's dad?
But I finally had a family. And then I robbed the young girl of hers. I did my best to make amends, to offer her comfort. But the more I look back on it, the more I realize just how inadequate my efforts were. I let her down. That is why I refuse to let her legacy die. In the end, all we can do is press on, for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. And that requires your Talos. Please, Magnus. You are our only hope of reaching Aam Arang.
What rubbish.
She's not gone. No matter what you say or believe, she's not. We can still bring her back.
Full well do I know the pain of loss and how heavily it can weigh on one's heart. Nevertheless, there is but one way forward. We must needs procure a new heart for the Talos. Thaf, knowest thou any location where we might find the stone we require? No matter how scant the possibility, we would seize it. Told you, near all the veins were tapped dry years ago. Though I suppose if you wanted to try, you might find something at Newby's leavings. It was opened well before Theos became commonplace, which is why the mining there was never quite as deep. When you get there, look for Gurton and tell him I sent you, but don't be surprised if he tells you the same thing. Thine assistance is most appreciated. Strife, I think it best Thancred join thee in this search. Though he would be quick to deny it, his heart is in turmoil and his thoughts clouded. 'Twould be unwise to ignore his distress.
Adventure is cool. Yay, I want to be an adventurer.
There he is. Off to somewhere, are you? Alas, the lead on the stone we need to power the Talos. I can't very well have you go on your own. Lead the way. And that's it. Next up is level 77 quests. So, got a whole bunch of side quests to do. Let's see. We need 4. to... So far I only see 2 quests here that offer up an Aether Current. So...
Yeah.
In the meantime... Oh... One quick little break for Nature's Call, because I'm getting really bad, and then we'll wrap up with closing thoughts. And closeouts and stuff, so BRB. Okay. So, this story's getting good too. So it's like, I'm liking Lena. Probably favorite character. Just love her attitude. Feeling for Thancred, not like an Emmet. He just sounds so condescending half the time. Vothri needs to get a blade down, just crammed down his throat. And we're close. We're close to the end. We're 77, 78, 79, 80, so we're getting there. We are for sure getting there. So I don't know. I don't know. To me, it's had a couple of moments so far, but it hasn't felt as dark as everyone was telling me it was. Are you getting the same vibe that I'm getting, or are you kind of feeling the same thing everybody else is? Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah. Well, at least we're not screwed out of the inn this time around, so I'm probably gonna go park him at the inn.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
I will probably worry about the side quest tomorrow.
I'm gonna have to take on the side quests before long.
Yeah, I'll probably knock them all out tomorrow. Over there, so this way I can also work on.
Rush.
Yeah, and yeah, like I said, I'm probably gonna do a 2-week. I'll do a 2-week trial here, with kind of just like experimenting, you know. Day with FF, day with Personas, just to see if I can even out the grinds, see if I can make the 2-week marker, see if it's less stressful, see if it's actually productive. Yeah, just so this way I don't feel as though I'm running myself into the ground. So, in the meantime, anybody who watches this later on, I hope you guys have a great day, evening, tomorrow. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. And for sure, I will hopefully see you guys next Sunday for Bloodstained. It's taking kind of a little bit of hiatus again, but the grind was real. So if I can space out a little bit more, maybe I can actually afford to take a night off from it and do other things. Hopefully once, if we can get FF out of the way here soon, I will maybe sub in place for that Nier. Bring that back into rotation, since we're probably going to be coming up here very, very soon to the first 24-man. So having a little extra insight for Nier for those who haven't played it would probably be a little on the helpful side. So I will try and bring that back into rotation. Hopefully if we can get FF out of the way quickly enough, I can just use that instead.
Right.
And yeah, and we're also going to try experimenting with longer Persona streams, so anybody who gives this a watch, just let me know if like maybe I should try and, you know, cut the videos up into smaller segments, or if you don't mind just a 4 to 6 hour burst. You know, just let me know what you guys think. And until then, the roommate, being goofy as he is, says bye. Rayn says bye. And I will see you guys next week for Bloodstained.